Before I get into the review, I just want to let you know that if you're wondering why I won't be live streaming tonight, it's because I have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff I need to figure out. So if you're wondering why I'm not going to live stream Spyro either again tonight or not Saturday night, that's why I will be back to live stream next Thursday, and I'll be also doing it Saturday as well. So hope you understand. Now, Bobby in the bush, let's get to the review. What is going on, guys? Stardust-oneworldreviews here, and today I'm here to review Riverdale Season 2, which just aired its season finale yesterday, and now that it's aired, I'm finally going to review Season 2 of Riverdale. And by the way, this review will contain spoilers. I'm going to spoil everything that happens in this season because I feel I can't really talk about the season without spoiling it, so there will be spoilers in this review, so if you don't want to know what happens in Season 2, click it away, but if you don't care about spoilers, just watch. But anyways, spoilers, you've been warned. So this season takes place around immediately after the events of Season 1, where if you just don't remember what happened in Season 1, Fred, Archie's dad, ended up getting shot by some mysterious figure. Luckily, Fred does survive, but the mysterious figure, who claims to be something called the Black Hood, ends up causing mayhem and chaos around town, essentially killing Archie's love interest teacher, and also attacking our students, and also manipulating Betty into losing her friendship with Veronica, at least with Jughead. I'll go on that later. And Archie's still grieving with the Black Hood, even after Black Hood's supposedly dead. There might be other Black Hoods out there, and he wants to stop them. And then you also got Betty dealing with her dark side and her supposed bird chick. And then you also got Alice still grieving stuff on the serpents, and stuff involving her father, stuff involving her husband. You also got Veronica dealing with so much shit, especially stuff involving her father, Hiram, who appears in this season as his own name was mentioned a lot throughout this season. Mentioned a lot in the first season, but he fully appears here as he's just got out of prison. And you see some issues stuff involving not only her relationship with her daughter and her wife, but also his relationship with Archie as well. You also got Jughead joining the Serpents and wanting to defend them, and all the stuff on her father, P, who got released out of prison, and there's some issues stuff involving the relationship with Jughead, and also his relationship with Alice as well. You know, got a lot of stuff on Cheryl, and she goes through some same stuff throughout the season as well. Got stuff on a lot of new characters as well. There's a lot that happens throughout the season. Luckily, it's not like too convoluted or anything like that. But the main plotline is basically Hiram pretty much doing a lot of stuff in Riverdale, and pretty much trying to be manipulating, do what he can to get what he wants. And there's the Black Hood storyline where we can also try to figure out who the Black Hood really is, and also who the other Black Hoods were. That's basically what the main plots are in this season. But anyway, I was definitely excited to see Season 2 when it was there. Like, if most of you know, if you my review of Season 1 Riverdale, most of you know that I honestly freaking adored Season 1. I thought Season 1 was fucking brilliant. I freaking loved it. It's definitely one of the best teen dramas I've seen in so long. It has a storyline that really kept my interest, kept me captivated and engaged, and had some interesting surprises to it. Had some intriguing, well-developed, and likable characters, despite them not being the most likable. There were some really funny moments, some dramatic moments that do really hit, some amazing moments that do happen a lot that leave me off guard but kept me captivated throughout, and an interesting finale. And the reveal on who killed Jason was very satisfying and didn't see coming. So I was definitely excited to see what they could do with Season 2. And again, they aired the season finale last night, seeing all 22 episodes of Riverdale. Last season was a 13th season, this time it's 22 episodes. And after watching Season 2, I thought the season was great. I thought it retains a lot of the greatness to what made Riverdale Season 1 so great. But I will say it is unfortunately not as good as the first season. There are some problems it has that I honestly can't ignore. But like I said, it still retains a lot of the interestingness, the greatness, the tone, and pretty much everything to what made the Season 1 so amazing. Without question, the best thing I can say about Riverdale Season 2 is the characters. I'm enjoying the characters here are well developed, go through a lot of interesting growth, have their own interesting arc throughout the season, goes through a lot of great interesting stuff throughout the season. They're very well acted and are great to amazing. I mean, not all the characters I want to say are the best, and I'll get into that later, but the majority of the characters are great to amazing, and because I actually do care about. I mean, most of them because I'm like the most likable characters. I mean, it's definitely improved on that last season, but those are the characters I still care about. First off, Archie, the actor that plays him, J.K. Appa, does once again an amazing job trying to get scared. Really owns the role of the character of Archie. He goes through a lot of development throughout the season, goes through a lot of interesting growth, especially with dealing with stuff on the Black Herd and him feeling guilty about what happens, and then going through a lot of other stuff throughout the season. Archie really is a captivating and compelling character, especially when all the ghost repeating along with his relationship with his father, and the relationship's kind of like up and down, slowly like you know they're actually happy with each other, or they're actually kind of feeling emotional trying to meet her mom. Her mom that appears in one episode kind of points that out. Mom was great as the mom, and by the way, you know, got a relationship with Veronica, who it's definitely a great and interesting relationship. I honestly love Archie and Veronica together. I know some people would like Archie and Betty together, honestly, and I can see them in those two even like kissing more in the mid-season finale. But I still really don't know the hell how Archie and Veronica's relationship. Those two have a great, sweet relationship. They go through a lot of interesting emotional moments last season. And it has some very sweet and interesting and loving moments between these characters, and they do work very well off each other, whether on an emotional level, an emotional and a serious level, or even on a kind of a funny and comedic level at times. One time, but one of the most interesting issues that Archie develops is with Hiram. I'll go more into Hiram later, but the legend that these two develop is some of the most interesting stuff that happens throughout this season. As you know, Archie kind of doesn't want to do some things, but he knows he wants after because he's kind of sworn into the family. And you know, Hiram kind of does actually do care about Archie and does want the best for him. Moments between these two are some of the most interesting moments throughout the season, especially in the finale. In the finale, where Archie pretty much threatens Hiram to stay away from his father or he won't hesitate to kill him. Like, that was intense, but I'll get more into the finale later, but the relationship of Hiram, some of the most interesting moments that happened throughout the season. Again, I'll get more into Hiram later. And then you got Betty, who this season has full a lot of her dark side, as that also wasn't one thing that was kind of developed in season 1, but this season is a lot more explored. This season, her supposed dark side and all that, and she ends up being scared of the dark side and worried that she might end up hurting somebody. And also, people have some compelling moments as well. You know, her relationship with Junket for that season, which definitely leads to some kind of very emotional moments, actually. Especially one episode with the Black Caribbean, which tells back to Bishop with Junket, and then Junket tells Archie to do it, and then leads to Archie just telling him, such as the fight that he joined the Serpents. Like, that was a great moment. That was a great and powerful moment. And then they kind of did break up at one point in the episode before the mid-season finale, because Betty wanted to join the Serpents, so to be a Junket, but Junket doesn't want to do that. Like, that was kind of interesting. And those two do have great chemistry and do have a great relationship throughout the season. They can work on a comedic and funny level at times because they do have some comedic, but also on emotional. Like the emotion the relationship that these two have is very emotional and kind of powerful at times. Especially if you've seen, like, man. But then, and you also got her brother Chick, who apparently was her brother, as in the mid-season premiere. Betty wanted to help her mom, so she decided to look up her brother Chick, and see, which is something that her mom did mention in the season 1 finale. And in the finding her, while he doesn't come back with them, he ends up coming with them. And Chick is a very odd character. Like, he's very odd, and he does get creepy, but it's good that kept me interested in who this character really is. They played him to do a really good job, and that they revealed that he actually wasn't his brother. Well, it's not, I actually kind of didn't see coming, actually. I mean, like, I was like, that's not his brother, damn, and basically what she's interesting on who, when he said about basically who his son actually was kind of heartbreaking, especially with, with Alice, just, Well, but overall, Betty was great here once again. She goes through a lot of interesting development and growth around the season. The actress that played her was great, and she has great chemistry with Jughead, Archie, and everybody here. And now it's got Alice, who goes through a lot of her own interesting growth. Just like it wasn't really care much about her first honestly because of her actions, but the second half I ended up becoming more about the character and they grew more of an interesting arc, especially in the musical episode. Just again, I'll get a little more to that episode later. And then also got Veronica, who I mentioned last season was my favorite character of the season. Get a little more to that later, but Veronica also goes through a lot of interesting development and growth throughout the season, and she goes through a lot of stuff that really actually makes it better, especially her stuff involving her dad. Her dad, she has a lot of stress and a lot of things on her shoulder, and that really makes you hoping that she will pull through all that stuff. And some people even like hating on her because of her dad, and that really made me feel quite broken for her, honestly. Just man, Veronica. And the actress that played her was amazing, and the actress that played her is one of my new celebrity crushes because she's gorgeous. But the actress is great, and it was great. She gives a lot of emotion, powerful to her character, and once again, I love the relationship with Archie, but also she also has great friendship moments with Betty that I thought were pretty great as well. As well, it has great moments with Jughead and a lot of characters as well. And then you also got FP, Jughead's father, who also goes through a lot of his own growth throughout the season, and I love the relationships he had with Jughead and Alice throughout the season. He definitely is a very interesting. FP's definitely one of the best characters of the show and one of the most intriguing characters. But and speaking of Jughead, let's go to Jughead because he is now officially my new favorite character. Because wow, not only Cole Sprouse delivers this character, delivers a great job with this character, but all the stuff that he goes through throughout the season, it's only kind of interesting and engaging, but kind of heartbreaking and emotional. And he's really fine with the serpents and all this stuff. He's still doing a lot of stuff, and in some episodes we kind of still have that broken relationship he had with his father in the beginning of the season, in the beginning of the first season, especially in the episode Intimacy finale where FP finds out that Jughead got help from Penny Peabody, even though so many Penny Peabody, even though the Jughead warned him not to do it, he kind of did it anyway. And he was like, I'm not going to for this, like that, and they kind of have some heartbreaking moments, but those two still have a great and powerful relationship with each other. But and he goes through a lot with being with the serpents, and people hanging on the serpent, and him doing a lot of stuff with his own relationship with his friends, such as Betty, Archie, and even Veronica. Like, those two really had a lot of tense moments throughout the season, and also with a lot of other characters as well. Just, I really felt for him, and stuff involving him and the serpents were actually pretty interesting, actually. The hardships that they would go through were pretty interesting. And let's talk about the serpents for a sec. Not all the serpents are given the most development and all that stuff, but they are still pretty interesting characters. Especially a couple of certain characters that I forgot their names were on. These couple of two guy characters that I forgot their names were at the moment, but they were still pretty good characters. And you also got a new character, Tony, who was introduced around the 4th episode, or was it 4th episode? I don't know. Also introduced, but I know introduced when Junkie went to that school, went to that urban school, and she was a pretty interesting character. We don't get a whole lot of development from her. She was doing great, finding some great moments, and develops a kind of romantic and sweet relationship with Cheryl for the show. And speaking of Cheryl, now she also goes through probably the most growth and the most interesting development throughout the season. Yeah, she kind of has that Migo-ism that she had in the first season, and kind of acts like that stereotypical Migo points, but despite her acting can be kind of likable times, I still care about Cheryl so much. Okay, especially her relationship with Tony. Those two really went on its return because of how Cheryl feels about the serpents. But this two end up having a sweet moment when they see Love Simon, and Cheryl says that she kind of had a lesbian relationship, kind of have a friendship/lesbian relationship with someone, but her mom pretty much prevented that from happening, and now you kind of hinted that those two were going to have a relationship, and that ends up actually, and no surprise, that ends up happening. But even though it was kind of obvious that was going to happen, I still really like the relationship, honestly. I thought it was very sweet. I hope they do develop more of this relationship next season. But the show goes through a lot of stuff, especially this one episode where basically she sees her mom pretty much not there, her nana, and then she ends up being committed to a mental hospital. Yes, Cheryl gets committed to a mental hospital. From what my mom told me, that makes the show basically kind of like a soap opera, and I guess I've been intrigued and interested while going on the show. I'm sure that's probably what a soap opera feels like, and for me, that's the case. Because like that was something that just damn. I think probably the best, and probably what is the best moment of this season is her Carrie moment. Where basically, in the musical episode that's kind of centered on Carrie, the musical, I'm gonna get a little more that musical later, where she basically drops herself in blood and Catholic Candle tells her to stay away from her. And that was just haunting, and the music and the performance that the actress that Shell gave, and the look on the mother's face, wow, again, that's probably the best moment of this season, without question. And the last character I'm going to talk about is Hiram Lodge. Now, Hiram Lodge is a very interesting character. Like, he does some odd and kind of spiritual stuff throughout the season. And for some reason, you're still kind of intrigued with what this character does next. Like, you kind of hate him and you kind of don't, honestly. It's not due to the actor's charisma. I mean, the actor does do a great job in the role. But it's just who this character is and what and so a lot of stuff. He's definitely an intriguing character, and the actor that played him did do a great job in this role. And he does and like I said, he has a relationship, actually, that I thought was the most interesting relationship. But I like him, he also has with Veronica and all the other characters. It's also definitely interesting as well. Her mother's also very interesting. Her mother is really going hard to do this season, but she will still agree as well. That's pretty much all I got to say about the characters, honestly. Now, honestly, the best thing I can say about the season of Riverdale in general is that it is a very interesting show. And I mean interesting in the best way. I mean that in the best way possible. Interesting is the best way probably I could describe not only this season, but Riverdale in general. Again, like, this season constantly kept me engaged, kept me wondering what's going to happen next, and kept me interested in what these characters are going to do next, and what's going to happen next in the story. And I always love when shows and movies end up doing that, and that's what this movie did. And that's what this show did. And the show definitely did in season 1, but definitely got me more interested in season. The stories that happened this season would kept me interested, especially the Black Hood storyline. Like, that story is actually more interesting than the Jason storyline, even though that's the Jason storyline, like that explains something. You know how kind of story kind of ends, and this feeling was kind of anticlimactic. We'll get a little more into that later. I still was really interested in that storyline, and they do kind of bring up more in later episodes, which get interested back up. And so no different issues that happen, especially with Barry's father revealing that he's the second Black Hood. Like, when that happens, like, well, like, in a way I can't read that, but how they reveal it, what happens, and how Barry reacts to it, especially Alice, and also Alice as well, was definitely something. It was definitely interesting. And stuff on the surface, what Hiram does was also more fascinating as well. There are some great dramatic weight that really kept me interested in what's happening, and it really actually affected me at some points. I was constantly very hard. The drama really hits home. It goes through some bringing emotions, and some moments that were kind of heartbreaking, powerful, and just, man. But the show also had some that humor that the Fitzy was known for, where it definitely had me, it had some moments that definitely were hilarious and funny, where it's going to do referencing some about pop culture, or some moments, like, it does have some hilarious moments that the Fitzy was known for, and there's moments that definitely had me laughing and smiling. And then we got the musical episode, which translated on the Carrie musical, which apparently is an actual musical. That without question was the best episode of the season so far. That is without question the best episode. Not only has the most intriguing elements going on, but something that really kept me captivated. Also, the music was incredible, and the actors that singer has some amazing voices. These actors proved that they had great voices, especially last season. I think they also acted up with Archie and the actress up with Veronica. But this season proves that these actors really do have incredible voices, and they can actually have great singing careers in the future, actually, as well. But all the songs next season were great. You know, some interesting stuff about Betty feeling being alone. You know, some stuff about FP and she wanted to be carried, but ended up being. But someone ended up blackmailing Kevin into not letting her be like her, and someone ended up getting killed when the musical was playing. And Brad and Veronica ended up giving each other. And what happened a couple episodes later, a couple episodes earlier, where Veronica said that she kind of knew about Hiram buying the newspaper place, but apparently she did kind of knew about it. It was definitely very interesting. And the music episode really, it definitely had me captivated and intrigued the most. And the music here once again is great and awesome, and very catchy. Not just with the Carrie episode, but the music here in general. Music is definitely one of the highlights of the first season, and definitely highlight again here. The score and the theme song was all great as well. And lastly, the ending to the season. I feel like a lot of it weren't really huge on it, honestly, but for me, I actually thought the hell of the ending and how it ended. What was going on, definitely kind of captivated, and what's going on, which is certain characters, with Joe becoming a servant now, Jacob becoming the new leader of the servants. And basically ends with everything is going great, with Archie being sued by a president. Also, there's election stuff that happens. I thought it was actually intriguing for the most part. Mine ends up winning, unfortunately. Which ends up being fair, unfortunately, but I was from fair win, but that was still kind of interesting, especially how she came in and great for a great one, which could lead to some interest stuff on Veronica's mom in next season. And it basically ends with Archie being student president, Josie's thinking national athlete, everything's gonna be great. I was like, what's gonna happen next? And then there's gonna be some big cliffhanger, and then it ends with Archie being arrested for being accused of killing someone that apparently the third black girl did. I forget who was the third one. What I think it was a former servant or something. It ends with Archie ended up getting arrested. And personally, I cannot wait for season 3. But as much as I thought the hell out of season 2 of Riverdale, there are unfortunately some faults with this season that do bring it down, and faults that I cannot ignore. Probably the biggest notable fault in this season is that while I enjoyed a majority of the characters and storylines that are going on, there were a few characters and storylines that were really underused and or just not given much development or just were not that intriguing. Like Kevin, like Kevin is a great character. He was definitely one of my favorite characters last season. He definitely has some great moments. And while he did have some great moments in certain episodes, he doesn't really do much out of the season, though. He doesn't really add much to the overall story at all. There's even one storyline where in the third episode season where he basically kind of mad at Betty because he's worried by Kevin about him going out of the woods when Black Girl's out there, and then he gets mad at her and then talk to her again. Not only does he feel like he's just forgiven Betty and all that, but that storyline about him wanting to go around and to find himself and all that really isn't referenced at all again this season. It's something I've noticed. I'm not sure if I'm the only one that has noticed that, but that's the line about him trying to find himself really isn't no reference again throughout the season. That's something that could have been interesting, but after that episode, it's not mentioned again. And it feels like it's just forgiving Betty after that happened. He claims that being mad at her and to not wanting to speak to her again. Yeah, he feels like he just forgiven her. And then you also got Polly, Betty's sister, another interesting character from last season. And it's not just thinking this is due, it's just her character kind of acts very weird and odd that season. She's kind of off in that season where you think she could be, in the beginning I was wondering what the hell is Polly, considering that she was a, considering that she was a major part last season. I thought she had more to do this season. But they kind of just don't use them much. Barely a few episodes in the first half, and then they just kind of sent her in the babies that she gave birth to the farm, and she's definitely in the first half, maybe one episode in the second half. She doesn't really appear at all till the second half, to the finale. But they kind of reference that, but basically she kind of trying to help her mom, but she has like a friend on the farm that will help mom, and she has that very evil son. I'm not gonna say it's like, really, I'm not sure that really fits to play his character, honestly. I don't know, it was definitely a weird moment, and that could be really interesting, but this season, I just really wasn't huge how to use Paul in this season. And Josie is also really not given much to do this season. I mean, she wasn't really given much season 1, but she was given enough where you can see she was a part of the story, but well, just does have her moments. And yeah, like Kevin, he really is an amateur. And it's this subplot she has with her mom and McCoy. It's kind of dating Sheriff Killer. And that's probably the only storyline that has these two. I was honestly not that interested, honestly. I just didn't really add much, and doesn't really add much, or doesn't really affect the overall story as a whole, honestly. And it wasn't here to set up Kelly either. Same with McCoy. You also have Reggie, her girlfriend, and Moose. I mean, like, these kids aren't given their moments. They do have their moments. They do have to bring things to them, but how they fit in the overall story is just. How they fit in the overall story, just they don't really add much. And I wish they were getting more to do. I still like Skip, they still get that moment. I just wish they were getting more to do, and I wish some of the storylines and stuff were given more development. Hope you all get what I'm saying. And also in the last season, that it had an interesting unpredictability to it that unless I could not see what was going on. I was very curious. Well, I was interested and engaged throughout. There was some moments I had where I could say, yeah, there's kind of feels like kind of feel that's gonna happen, honestly. Like it's not it's not like too predictable, honestly. It does have its predictable moments. Just a few predictable moments that did kind of bug me a bit. And the basic finale was a very anticlimactic with who the Black Hood was. He ended up being some janitor that wasn't really much to do either. I just put one episode, and then finally attached to Black Hood the whole time. And I was hoping it would be someone else, and unfortunately it wasn't. And that was kind of anticlimactic. I mean, it wasn't like it became like less of an issue later on, but it was still anticlimactic. And I was hoping that someone else would end up being like something like shocking, but I'm like, really? But overall, despite those problems, Riverdale Season 2 is still a great season that retains a lot of the amazingness, the intrigue, the interesting stuff, the tone, the humor, the drama, pretty much all this to what made Season 1 so great of a season. And this season is definitely not as good as Season 1, but I was still very intrigued, captivated throughout, and I really enjoyed a lot of the characters and the arcs they went through. I was really engaged in what was going on. The storyline was a little more predictable than the last storyline, but still a very intriguing storyline nonetheless. Had some great moments, especially that Carrie moment with Cheryl, and the ending really actually still made me curious to check out Season 3. This is still one of my favorite shows to watch on TV, and I can't wait to see where they bring these characters next. So that being said, I am going to give Riverdale Season 2 a 9 out of 10. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed my Season 2 review of Riverdale. If you haven't seen this season, let me know what your thoughts in the comments down below. Stay tuned, I have a lot more videos planned. I recently watched Season 1 of Cobra Kai, going to review that very soon. And I also Season 1 Season 2 is appearing next Friday, so I'll be watching that and I'll be reviewing that very soon as well. And I also got a couple of reviews coming very soon as well. And this week and Sunday I will have a Deadpool 2 spoiler review, so stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you so much for watching, I truly do appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow all my social media sites, all in the description down below. I am Stardust-oneworldreviews from Stardust-oneworldreviews. I will see you next time, and stay cool out there. Peace.